In 2005, America witnessed one of the most terrifying storms in history. A storm so powerful, it destroyed cities, flooded entire neighborhoods, and changed millions of lives forever. This was not just a hurricane. This was a disaster that shocked the entire world. Its name was Hurricane Katrina, August 2005. The ocean waters in the Gulf of Mexico were unusually warm. Far out in the Atlantic Ocean, a small tropical storm had begun to form. At first, nobody knew how dangerous it would become. But within days, that small storm transformed into a monstrous Category 5 hurricane. Winds reached over 175 miles per hour. Entire coastlines were suddenly in danger, and the city of New Orleans was directly in its path. Build-up meteorologists warned people to evacuate immediately. Highways became packed with cars. Gas stations ran out of fuel. Thousands of families tried escaping the city before it was too late. But many people couldn't leave. Some had no cars, some had no money, and some believed the storm would not be as bad as experts predicted. Then, on August 29, 2005, Katrina made landfall. The sky turned dark. Massive waves crashed into the coastline. Power lines exploded across the city, and within hours, chaos began. The flooding. But the strongest winds were not the only danger. The real nightmare began after the levees failed. Huge walls designed to protect New Orleans from flooding suddenly collapsed. Water rushed into the city at terrifying speed. Entire neighborhoods disappeared underwater. People climbed onto rooftops to survive. Families waved towels from their homes, begging for rescue. Boats floated through streets that once held cars and buses. Hospitals lost electricity. Food and clean water became almost impossible to find. For many people, it felt like the end of the world, the aftermath. When the storm finally passed, America saw the destruction. Thousands of homes were gone. Roads were destroyed. Entire communities had vanished underwater. More than 1,800 people lost their lives during the disaster. Millions were affected. The damage cost over $100 billion. It became one of the most expensive natural disasters in American history. And many people asked one question: could this tragedy have been prevented? Rescue and survival. Rescue teams arrived from across the country. Helicopters searched flooded neighborhoods for survivors. The military delivered emergency supplies. Volunteers risked their lives helping trapped families. But for many survivors, the emotional scars never disappeared. Even today, people who lived through Katrina still remember the sounds of the wind, the rising water, and the fear of losing everything. Hurricane Katrina became more than just a storm. It became a warning, a reminder of how powerful nature can truly be. And even now, nearly 2 decades later, the story of Katrina still haunts America. Because sometimes, the darkest disasters are the ones nobody is fully prepared for. Nature gives warnings, but humans don't always listen.
All right, we want to show you some of the conditions that we were unable to before. We are really in very, very difficult conditions right now. Take a look at the swirl out here. This is the worst that it has been thus far. We're getting winds of 80 to 90 miles an hour. Confirmed by our reporting station. This hotel is losing it. The side of the building is starting to come apart. You see several windows have been blown out. Some of these rooms weren't inhabited. We saw it last night, people in those rooms.